Hall of Fame Master Distiller Steve Nally is a legend in the world of bourbon. He spent 3 decades at Maker's Mark, learning the business at every level and ultimately becoming Master Distiller for the industry giant.
Well, I was actually born and raised right beside of Maker's Mark's property. So I had the opportunity to ride by the property when I was a little bitty boy, and I would stop by the warehouse and actually smell the aromas coming out of the warehouse from the ventilation fan when I was about 9 or 10 years old. I worked there for 17 years before becoming Master Distiller, and this has been an industry that I've just loved.
After leaving Maker's Mark in 2003, Nally worked with a whiskey startup in Wyoming before joining Bardstown Bourbon Company in late 2013, when the distillery was little more than an innovative dream. During this time, Nally worked closely with Jeff Hopmeyer, CEO and chairman of the Brindiamo Group, one of the largest bulk bourbon and whiskey suppliers in the world, who would eventually join the board at Bardstown Bourbon.
I've known Jeff for a lot of years. Jeff has been a great guy. He is one that has really grown within his own self. I mean, he's developed what he does from the ground up. You know, he's been a great guy to work with, a great companion, and he's another person that would do anything for you, and he's just been a great all-around person to know, and he's helped us in the industry a whole lot, especially since I came to Bardstown. But when we go to do our collaborations, we have to use the aged spirits to do the collaborations, to do the finishes, and that's where Jeff really comes in and plays his huge role in being able to do that, because without him, we could not handle that end of the process.
I think Steve has been a great teacher for the people he's worked with, continues to be a great teacher, and just wants to take his expertise and pass it on and make people better at what they do. And whether that's using technology for some things, whether it's using organoleptic and things like that, he just knows.
Jeff has just been a go-to guy that he knows where to go. You know, he knows other companies that has products that we can get. And Jeff is just very, very knowledgeable guy that is willing to help us and anybody else to make sure that the industry itself survives and you know, strives. Several years ago, the bourbon industry was on a downslide. You know, it was thought that bourbon may not survive. You know, that was when vodkas and gins and the clear spirits were taken over, and we didn't start at that point saying, well, we're going to survive and you're not in the bourbon industry. We all kind of stuck together and waited it out. And then when bourbon started on the upswing again, we were all still there together. And you know, we're now enjoying it on the upswing, and we're all enjoying it together.